Hi, this is Ilma Art Studios artwork for today. Acrylic on canvas. Check my website for more artworks and photographs at ilmaarts.com. Today I'd like to share with you my poem devotional, which is extracted from 2 Corinthians 11 verse 30. It says, "If I must boast, I would rather boast about the things that show how weak I am." And here's my poem. Boasting in God's economy. Do you take pride in your wealth, possession, and achievements? Do you brag about your work, or do you give others compliments? Boasting in the world's standard is to exhibit your own work and effort. Boasting in God's economy is knowing your weakness and seeking support. If you must boast, think of your handicaps and limitations. God works best when you admit your imperfections. When you humbly accept your need for God, you are glorifying Him and giving Him laud. And here's my essay. We live in a world where competition is very tight. Each person almost always wants to seek recognition for anything he or she accomplishes. I used to be part of this worldly view of boasting. Being an actress on stage made me hungry for applaud from audiences. Sadly, I also clamored for recognition for all things I did. Maybe it stemmed from growing up with expectations from my parents way too high. I needed to perform very hard to be approved and be given love. God freed me from seeking approval. The Bible tells us that if we must boast, we should boast about our weaknesses. It is in our weakness that He works best. Prayer. Lord, show me to accept my weaknesses. Reflection. How comfortable are you revealing your weaknesses to others? And I just want to give a short testimony about this verse. Surprisingly, there are very few authentic Christians. I'm not putting anybody down, but I guess everybody has a different stage in their walk as a Christian. And I think Christianity is about having a relationship with the Lord. How deep is your relationship with the Lord is the gauge how mature you are spiritually. Because the deeper you get into relationship with God, the more mature you become. When you start seeking, wanting to know everything that He wants you to know, then it makes you grow as spiritually. And not only spiritually, but I think everything else comes with it. Now, I was really very bad at boasting. No, I'm sorry. I was really very good in boasting before I became a born-again Christian. It's like it was an automatic thing for me to take pride in every little thing that I do, or to be given attention, because that's probably because I was so deprived of attention when I was a kid. I had to, my father was working abroad and my mother was always working, so we were left with aunts to care for us and nannies. So I would always try to compete, trying to get their attention so I could, get that love. So it's amazing how the Bible tells us that the only boasting that God is concerned about is when we boast our weakness, because that's the only way that He can work on us. If we do not acknowledge our weaknesses, then we do not acknowledge help from Him. So I think that the reason why we are being summoned to only boast of how weak we are is because that is the only way we can claim glory or we could, or God could shine through us, or glorify the Lord by the weakness, by our deepest need for Him. In a relationship, you get into a relationship because you need somebody or you need someone. When you relate with God and you're in a relationship with God and you deeply acknowledge your need for Him, then that makes Him happy. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you check my website at ilmaarts.com for more artworks and photographs. I hope you have a blessed day. God bless.